Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday the 11th, and I have something from you from Reddit. This is not one of those normal stories or the cruise from hell. This is all about security. And it says these poor people happened at the first port, spent the whole trip locked down. That's right, the whole trip locked down. Whatever it was that happened after the first port, they were locked down. And it says they were the last ones off. They got it's Wednesday, guys. They got off with one hand, off without handcuffs. I don't know. This was taken during the disembarkation, laughing out loud. Security outside the door, sitting on a chair, and said, and I know it wasn't a virus or a deceased person. I asked. Now, everybody's starting to see security hanging out behind doors. I've had an experience as well where these families, okay, this is Baltimore, evidently these families, middle class, happy families, taking all their kids and everything on cruise. They have like a couple rooms throughout the ship. They're not next to each other. And the kids saw kids from an assisting gang that their parents didn't know they were a member of. And let's just say that went down very badly. And this was on the Grandeur of the Seas out of Baltimore many years ago. And if you know the ship on deck, I believe it's deck 8, almost the front, we had the outside cabin. There were 4 cabins up on the other side. They were where you turn to go down in the front set of stairs. Now, there were 3 security guards, and they were very heavily armed. And we were like, and then there was, we asked the steward. I mean, we always ask us. When the steward said that their kids were gang members and started a fight with another family, which their kids were gang members, and their parents were like, no, they're not. So they didn't just stop the kids for 10 days, because we only do 10 days cruising. They stopped the whole families, both sides. They could not leave their room. They couldn't do anything. They had dinner brought to them, very nice dinner, every day. So if they wanted to know what it was like in jail, that's a good start. Well, I hope the kids realize gangs aren't the way to go. And the family was really surprised because they said gangs is fairly new in their suburban neighborhood. So gangs are everywhere. And these parents were no, not my kid. Well, yes, your kid. But yes, I don't think it's appropriate to go up to the guy, but this one did, and say, hey, are they sick? Well, he kind of, they don't have anything that deadly. And he says, no, ma'am, they don't. So, or no, sir, they don't. This person's Coca-Cola 69 and can be a he or she. It's a really good picture, actually, of the gentleman behind, not the security's face. He's sitting facing that way, one of the stools, like from the room. No back, so he's like leaning up against the wall, facing the door of a thing. And someone else wrote, oh yeah, I offered him a drink, and he said, no, thank you. Someone is coming. I do know that they're only supposed to be sitting there a half an hour or so, because sitting, I don't think I set an 8-hour shift, or stand. But yeah, and someone relieves them, and they keep getting relieved and stuff like this. But yeah, that was my first experience with seeing security. They were dressed more like security. They even had bulletproof vests on. This guy just has his dark t-shirt that says security, his khaki pants, and his nice shoes. So that's a big step down to what I saw. Yeah. They're starting to see more and more of this on cruise ships. I would have to honestly say, I'm not sure if that makes me feel better or it makes me feel worse. knowing that this happens more and more and more. And they're locked in a room with a security guy outside their door. It's not something I want to see, you know, throughout the ship. Now, they have, looks like this is an inside cabin as well. That's even worse, to be locked down in an inside cabin. Now, if I was locked down on the outside, at least I have a balcony, you know, or I had, they call them portholes, but they're really big view. You could look out. I don't know how many people's in this room, but it's a shame. It really is. There's another incident. I believe it was the Grand Jersey also, where a married couple, not just any married couple, they went on their honeymoon and the family followed, made a family trip after the wedding. And you know that game show, Newlywed like game. And the guy actually said, because he's married to one of the twins, he actually said, well, it wasn't my wife that I wanted her sister. Because it says something you don't know. And, they must not know that was recorded and played every day after it was recorded. Now, that's how they do it on Will. I don't know. They don't do that. I noticed on the other cruise ships that you can't watch it after that. You just can't. But, I have to say, there was a big fight with that. There was a big fight, and we do know that she left the ship the next day. But when they first met, he might not know there was a twin, and he was infatuated with the sister. Now, see, going a little too far, just packing your bags, leaving on your honeymoon. But maybe they worked it out. Maybe not. So, yeah, they had that lockdown. They put her in another room because they said that it was massive fighting. I mean, going nuts, crazy kind of scream. People were calling security. We need security. That was these cruise ships, they don't have thick walls. So, but that's our coffee talk today. So if you all know any stories about anyone being in lockdown and you know what it is, give me a ping. All right. I'll see you at the next video.